Okay, here we go again. My opinion about the JENA 6 thing. I left another video, I had a couple responses on it. Some of the responses were kind of immature, but other ones agreed. The reason why I let everybody respond to it, I don't sit there and go through it and see what responses I want on there. Anybody that wants to put a response on here, you can leave whatever you want. Now, Al Sharpton today is in Washington with Michael Kidd's parents. Michael Kidd's parents were on Larry King just last night. And hearing the response of Michael's parents, especially his dad. His dad's so worried about he's a good football player. He brings revenue to JENA. His dad doesn't care if he's got a record or not, a criminal record. Burglaries, assaults, all that. All his dad cares about, he should be playing football. It's probably one of the reasons why a lot of the NFL football players today have records too, because nobody cares about it. So anyways, when Al Sharpton in Congress today really didn't even mention about this kid even having a past previous record, that he's a troublemaker. And when they say free JENA 6, you know, there's only one of them that's in jail right now. Not all 6. Just one. And on top of that, everybody wants charges dropped on all 6 of them and free this kid out. So that way they can cause more problem again. And when they do again, Sharpton and Jesse Jackson's going to be right there. And like I said, this is getting ridiculous. There's another video out that shows a kid getting beat half to death by, I count about 6 or 7 other kids. 6 or 7 black kids beating up on a white kid. You don't see Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton talk about that at all, but we'll see if they do. But I'm pretty sure they're going to bring up an excuse. Like I said, Sharpton and Jesse Jackson does do good stuff sometimes. They do stand for some good things, but other things just to be flamboyant and get a camera on them and not really do their homework about the whole thing, but actually they do make a joke out of themselves. Or should I say that they start racist stuff too. Sure, other people might start racist stuff like at JENA 6. Alright? But Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, which they call themselves reverends, they're the ones that like to start racist stuff too, put it on TV, make it look like it's a big racist issue. Now, no matter what, yes, there's a high school fight. Ridiculous, it was 6-on-1, but at the same exact time, right? If you want to keep racist issues to yourselves, keep it to yourselves. Then there won't be any racist problem. I mean, these kids supposedly turn around and ask the school administration if they can go ahead and sit underneath that tree. You know, just leave it alone. Walk away from the problem. Those white kids supposedly that were sitting underneath that tree and come to hear about it, that it was rich white kids, other white kids that didn't have money was not allowed underneath that tree. But you're starting a problem. Let the jackasses that were underneath that tree in the first place, let them have that tree. There's plenty of other trees to go around and sit underneath. But when you sit there and want to start by sitting underneath that tree, that's starting a problem. Leave the problem alone. Get away from the damn tree. Let those jackasses that were sitting underneath the tree in the first place sit there. But when you want to step into a territory that's going to start problems, it's going to be a problem. And that's what cracks me up. The 6 kids should have just went underneath and said, hey, that's our tree over there. Screw it. It's an adolescent thing. So, I mean, this is just getting to be a joke. And like I said in the other video too, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and Bill Cosby had to be 14 years ago, back in the early 90s, when this one black girl got raped by these 5 white guys that was in New York or Washington. When it came down to trial, because those 5 white guys were sent to jail for a while until the court date came up. Excuse me. You didn't see a bunch of white people turn around and say, free the white guys. But when it came down for court, that girl lied. She lied about the whole thing. Bill Cosby was so embarrassed by it, he didn't want to have any interviews. He took off. Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton turned around and said, you know what, this could happen to a black girl someday. They did not talk about that she lied. Those 5 guys their faces were all over TV, but you didn't see the media apologize about it. You didn't see Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, or Bill Cosby apologize to those 5 guys. Excuse me, white guys. So when it comes time for this JENA 6, it's getting ridiculous. The kid's got a criminal record. He's a troublemaker. He should be held responsible. He's getting ready to be an adult. So slap a little thing like this on him, hey, he should get in trouble. Now the other young man, the other young black kid that's in prison right now for the last year or 2, I think, who got that one girl pregnant, he's a black kid. Do I think his crime is very harsh? Yes, I do. Yes, I very much do. I think that kid should not go to jail for that. He was 17, she was 15. And that poor kid didn't have any type of criminal record on him. But yet he goes to jail for having oral sex or sexual contacts with a girl that's 2 years younger than him. And he's 17, not 18. But yet you get these 6 other black kids that have criminal records, especially Michael, assault another kid. Can't be a one-on-one thing, had to be 6-on-1. And yet they want to free him. But this other poor kid only did sexual contact, and he's in prison for a while. So that's my opinion for today.